Batman will face the truth before facing himself. All it took was a bridge, self-righteous conviction, and guilt. Let me explain. For the last 27 hours, Batman has been hunting down and bringing down the monster known as Joker. Bloody and bruised. Batman isn't done yet. He has one more loose end. That loose end is named Buster Snibbs. Finally catching up to him on the bridge, Buster is making off with his former boss money and trying to leave Gotham for good. At least that's what Batman thought. Here's the tragedy. Batman being on the bridge is foreshadowing the nightmare that's coming. You see, Buster isn't here to run. He's here to end his nightmare and begin Batman's unknowingly. After disrupting Buster's cancellation request to life, he lets loose on Batman, not with weapons, but with the truth. Left punch. Batman is a self-righteous hypocrite. He thinks he's making the city better, but all he did was unleash the chaos that was simmering before he showed up. Right punch. All Batman seen was a criminal, not a man, not Buster Snibbs, father and husband, who had no choice but to turn to Joker for help. Uppercut. Batman has just as much blood on his hands as the criminals he fights. He doesn't stop the chaos, he just resets the board. Deep down, Batman knows Snibbs is speaking gospel. Final blow. These last words will haunt Batman forever. See you in hell, you mass lunatic. Right before Snibbs decided to Control-Alt-Delete his whole life. This is where the nightmare begins. By the way, he also took the liberty of canceling his wife and kids' life subscription as well. Because, you know, loose ends. Back at the cave, Bruce gets a visitor. The one voice he's been ignoring for the longest. His fear, his guilt, himself. This is such a great dive into duality and moral beliefs. Full video this week. It'll be part 1 of a mini-series. Spin the block for more lab notes, and thanks for watching. So in World's Finest 47, the unthinkable happens. Joker and Lex Luthor are not only fused together, but they have the knowledge and the secrets of the entire human race, which leads to the biggest oof in comic book history. So the Joker fandom rate goes off, merging Lex Luthor and himself, while leaving Superman and Batman in a state of immaterial. Think of Kitty Pryde powers, but always on. Anyways, thanks to Green Lantern, Superman and Batman were able to do a fusion dance and become one. What's really interesting to see is the way the two fused pairs work together. For example, Superman and Batman work off each other's strengths, as Batman is brains and Superman is brawn, while Joker and Lex Luthor work as chaos and ego. So remember when I mentioned the biggest oof in comic book history? Yeah, so with the fusion pack for Lex and Joker, they also gain access to who Superman and Batman are during office hours, Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent. Oof, this is already shaping up to be a fun ride. Pick it up if you haven't, and for the people that's already tapped in and subscribed, salute, and thanks for watching.
Come visit Gotham City this summer, a city full of history, wonder, and more. Come visit America's safest city. Explore with the locals and immerse yourself in all that Gotham has to offer. With flights and hotel packages starting at $609 and elite packages starting at $1,939, you'll experience Gotham like never before. Gotham City, a safe place to live and even safer destination to travel.
So this is another reason why Batman shouldn't have powers. For years, Earth 12 was a graveyard and the God of War was winning. When Ares struck down Diana, Batman snapped. He donned the cursed helmet and became the Merciless. He replaced justice with pure slaughter. While other Dark Knights kill for survival, he kills because he's the concept of war itself. He's the most violent because his tactical genius is now fueled by infinite godlike bloodlust. He tanked the planetary explosion, executed the gods of Olympus, and slaughtered his own friends. Mercy is for the weak, justice is for the living, but for the merciless, there's only war. Batman Noel is easily one of my favorite Christmas stories, right next to my all-time favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard. Don't fight me, just accept it. Batman Noel paints a very interesting picture. We're so used to seeing things from Batman's POV, we often neglect the why of a criminal's action. I say criminal loosely because this guy's only crime is only trying to provide a stable situation for his child. Batman's on the hunt for the Joker and he runs into his new employee, Bob. Not that Bob. This Bob. This Bob is a single father who wants to make Christmas somewhat special and normal for his kid. So of course on Bob's first day at Joker's Inc., he fumbles the bag and is caught by Batman. So while Batman is inducing a heart attack on Bob, he slips a tracker under him, then sets him free to do the work for him. That's leading him to the Joker. Later on, while Batman is being a voyeur, he's faced with something he didn't have prep time for. That's seeing Bob as a father and getting a glimpse into his real life away from the office. While Batman sees this, it hits him hard. Batman no longer sees a criminal. He sees a man that was out of options and now possibly out of time. When the Joker comes to collect, Bob and his son will be cooked. Later on that night, Batman sits reflecting on his new position. The guy he considered a small fish in a criminal pond actually is a victim, and now he has to make things right. Like a classic Scrooge story, Batman is visited. Superman teaches Bruce about empathy, saying that if he takes down the dad, what happens to the kid? Are you ending the cycle or adding to it? Catwoman exposes to Bruce how out of touch and apathetic he's being. Finally, Alfred explains to Bruce how being angry and vengeful will slowly eat away at everything that made him Batman at his core. That's compassion. Joker finally pops up, and of course he runs into Bob's kid first. As Bob fears for his life and trying to be brave for his kid, Joker, twisted as he is, decides to unalive Bob in front of his kid. Batman bursts in and takes the Joker down, but Bob has other plans. Picking up the gun, Bob is ready to let one off, but now he's faced with his own decision. What kind of man do you want to be for your son? A cold-blooded killer or a man that's doing the right thing? Bob chose the law instead. This story is great to me because it teaches compassion and empathy. It also teaches doing what's right and avoiding what feels right based off of fear and desperation. Anyways, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you want to say. And for the people that's already tapped in and subscribed, salud.